Robert Owen was a man ahead of his time. During his lifetime, he tried to improve the health, education, well-being, and rights of the people who worked for him. He wanted to create a better society, and he tried to do that in New Lanark, but also in Indiana in America, where he also lived. We are going to look at Robert Owen's story during his New Lanark days.
And I am 11 years old.
And my name is George Gibson, and I'm 7 years old, and we live in Lanark.
We come to New Lanark a lot to learn about Robert Owen and the history of New Lanark during the 18th century and the 19th century.
Robert Owen was born on the 14th of May 1771 in Newtown, a small market town in Wales. By the time he was 21, he was a mill manager in Manchester. Meanwhile, in Scotland, New Lanark was a busy little town. It had cotton spinning mills, and the River Clyde powered these.
During a visit to Glasgow, Robert fell in love with Caroline Dale, the daughter of the New Lanark mill owner David Dale. Owen and his partners bought into New Lanark, and after his marriage to Caroline in September 1799, Robert set up home there.
At New Lanark, there were 4 large mills and solid stone housing for the mill workers. It was to become the largest cotton manufacturing establishment in Scotland. 2,500 people lived here by the end of the 18th century.
This house belonged to Robert Owen, the mill owner. It was built for him. When Owen arrived in New Lanark, people were working in harsh conditions. Many had to work from dawn to midnight, and children were expected to work long hours too. They picked up yarn waste in a very dusty and dangerous environment. Under Robert Owen's management from 1800 to 1825, the cotton mills and village of New Lanark became well known around the world. Robert Owen introduced social and educational reforms. For example, New Lanark had the first infant school in the world. Owen believed education should start from as early as possible, and the school accepted children from 18 months to 12 years. In 1816, there were over 14 teachers and 274 pupils at the school.
In addition to the school, there was a creche for working mothers, free medical care, and evening classes for adults. Children under 10 would no longer work in the mills. The working day was restricted to 10 hours.
These shops were part of Robert Owen's improvement plan. Robert Owen would buy provisions in bulk for a discount price and then sold them at a modest profit to the mill workers. Leisure and recreation were not forgotten. There were concerts, dancing, music making, and pleasant landscaped areas for the benefit of the community.
This all sounds good, but I wonder what Mr. Owen was like. He sounds like a decent man, but I wonder what he would say if we could interview him today. What a pity, we can't do that. Mr. Owen, what is your version of New Lanark?
I know that society may be formed so as to exist without crime, without poverty, and with health greatly improved, with little, if any, misery, and with intelligence and happiness increased 100-fold.
You have allowed the workers of New Lanark proper access to medical help.
Again, my dear friend, health is linked to education. The advanced members of the medical profession know that the health of society is not to be obtained or maintained by medicines, that it is far, far better, far more easy and far wiser to adopt substantive measures to prevent the disease of body or mind. It is the interest of the individual and all society that we should be made at the earliest period to understand our own constitution and especially